All right, getting really sick of this. So this is the third part of Dylan Knows, episode 383. Part one was about 30 minutes long. Part two was 22 minutes long. So hopefully I'll be able to go through this. I still have a lot to go through. I'm trying to keep calm. As I said, this episode of Dylan Knows 2021 style is trying to bring a new feeling to Dylan Knows. The ambiance, the wine, the candles, the calm talking, the crazy outfit, but it's getting harder and harder for me to start just losing it again. And hopefully this will not happen to me next week when I do my show again. So let's see if we just get through this again. So I was talking about before, so rudely interrupted. Major Melon, the Mountain Dew watermelon flavor I've been talking about for the whole of 2020 is finally going to be out in stores. People have already spotted them at Walmart. They're supposed to be out, I think they said January 5th or 6th is the actual for their actual arrival. So go and check that out as well. Spurs assistant Becky Hammon became the first female NBA head coach after their San Antonio Spurs head coach Greg Popovich was ejected. She became the first female head coach in the NBA, so that's a pretty good story. Lisa's Demon Slayer Kimetsu no Yaiba film theme wins Song of the Year in Japan. Demon Slayer is the hottest movie of all time in Japan. That makes sense that the theme song to it would be a huge hit as well. Twinkies, Dig Dugs, and Cupcakes are creating pudding kits, so you can have your pudding, and they're flavored in the flavors of Twinkies, Ding Dongs, I should say, and Cupcakes. Chicken tutus are a thing, so if you want to dress up your chicken in a tutu, go ahead. Johnny Manziel's back in the news. He was a first-round draft pick that everybody thought was going to be the next big thing. Turned out to be the next big bust. He is signed to play in a brand-new football league, a fan-controlled football league. It's a 7-on-7 full-contact football game, scene, group, whatever, that is controlled entirely by fans. That includes the fans decide everything from play calling to logos to yard field instead of a 100-yard field. And it's a 10-yard end zone. All going to be in Atlanta, 60-minute game. Mike Tyson and Marshawn Lynch are both owners in this. It is going to stream on Twitch. So if you want to watch it, you can. I don't know would do play calls, stuff like that. But I guess it's a way, to give a chance to people who think they could run an NFL team or, coach an NFL team better than an NFL coach. Gives them a chance to see if it actually works for them or not. Spam fries are a thing out there. That sounds utterly disgusting. So, yay, spam fries, I guess. Homeless man rescued all the animals at a shelter that had caught fire. So, good job for the hero there. Batgirl and Static Shock movies could be coming to HBO Max. They've announced this week that they're going to release like 6 movies a year, 4 movie theaters, 2 direct to HBO Max. The Batgirl and Static Shock movies, live action movies, appear to be the first ones that are going to be going direct to HBO Max. So again, kind of a sort of idea, but we'll see what happens. Unicorn hand warmers for those cold, frosty winter days coming up very soon. Is a PS5, which is one of the hottest gifts at Christmas time, has come in a solid gold variant, which could cost close to $1 million. So it doesn't make much sense to me. You want a gaming system in solid gold. Why would you want a solid gold game system? Just get the damn gaming system for $200, $300. If you can find a solid gold one for $1 million, it's not worth it, man. Entenmann's is releasing chocolate-covered cookie dough bites. Good on that. Champagne Jello shots are a thing for New Year's. New Year's is over and done with, but it was a good thing you could try. Or you could try any time of the year, really, if you want to. Cold Stone Creamery is releasing cookie dough pints of their ice cream with cookie dough in it. And AI just released that there are 1.8 billion trees in the Saharan desert. So they counted all the trees in the Saharan desert with a desert. A Manukara, the only white kiwi bird ever born in captivity, dies in New Zealand after 5 years. That's a shame. A blind girl surprised with a Braille Harry Potter book for Christmas, so she can now read Harry Potter in Braille. Oh, you got to be freaking kidding me. So my connection is stable, so I gotta go through this. New mineral was found on a rock mound in Cornwall, so they get a brand new mineral out there in the world. Dune may no longer go straight to HBO Max. That has been a sore spot with the director. They believe Dune should be straight to theaters and should be not have the HBO Max thing where it gets on HBO Max same time as being in theaters. A bamboo tower produces up to 25 gallons of water in a day without electricity. A dog watches helplessly as a coyote plays with his toys that she left outside. 20-year-old dog becomes the oldest retriever in history. Captain Morgan has a gingerbread flavored rum for fans of that. You know, everyone knows my stories about Andy's Candies. I absolutely despise them. Well, there's now new creme de menthe snap bars. So, yeah, that's not going to happen. And there's a peppermint mocha cold brew now available at Starbucks as well. Hershey's Kisses for Valentine's Day are going to have the Melt Away Roses. It's a chocolate brownie inside the Hershey's Kiss that when you pop it in your mouth, it melts very quickly. The whole thing melts in your mouth and is a decadent chocolate flavor. Photo of a rare Siberian tiger hugging a tree has won the Wildlife Photograph of the Year. Disney's Plus's Soul beat HBO Max and Wonder Woman for Xmas subscribers, though I think in the end Wonder Woman still had more views, but Disney has more subscribers because of this. NASA not Katie. What? Oh, NASA astronaut Katie Rinkins harvests radishes grown in space. She grew some radishes in space. It proves that radishes can survive in space. Woman prays for the return of her brother's ash that was stolen from her by a car thief in Illinois. The ashes were in her car. The car was stolen. At this point, she doesn't care if she gets the car back. She would rather just get the ashes back, which makes a lot of sense. An uncle who died in October after running a fantasy league for years. His team made the finals. His opponent decided, in order to honor him, rested his entire team so that the dead uncle would win the championship. So I think that's kind of a neat story. I was hoping I could have a little bit more time to talk about this, but because of my computer stupid ass issues, I just want to let you know that I talked about the show a while back. There's a show called Dash and Lily based on a series of young adult novels coming onto Netflix. Well, I watched the first 5 episodes. I think there's 8 total for the season, and is one of the most adorable Christmas rom-com TV shows you'll ever see. Cast is entirely charming, very likable. Definitely shows the melting pot of New York City with different types of people, races, sexes, sexual identity, stuff like that. Just a wonderful, fun story. A fantastic cast at the top of their game, great characters. And Brad Silberling, who directed Casper the Friendly Ghost, which is an outstanding movie, which I absolutely love a lot, is a producer and directed a number of the episodes, as has Fred Savage. I'm going to do this real quick. I didn't mean to go this fast, but with my computer problems, I wanted to keep going with the slowdown. I think this just goes to show you that I probably need to go back to my ways. I will try to be a little bit more calm. Probably will not be drinking wine anymore or doing it by candlelight, because I am extraordinarily peeved off right now that I'm having these computer issues. So we'll probably head back to the normal Dylan Knows when the time comes. So, but for now, I'm going to try to keep the low down and see what happens. This is a type of thing that would maybe upset me, but McConnell and Pelosi's houses were vandalized by angry people who did not get the money they were expecting. I see really nothing wrong with either of those, except that they vandalized the house. But luckily, I don't think anybody was there when it came. Just the threat that someone could cause trouble to either of those people, despite the fact that I despise McConnell and everything he stands for. It's still kind of a scary thing to do. Tom Hanks believes that Marvel Studios can save the movie theater industry. He believes that once the Marvel movies start coming out, it'll bring people back. They will make it a out of their way to make trips to the movie theater to watch the newest Marvel movies. Man crashes into a Target store with a snowplow on Christmas. I don't know why, anger, whatever, but he ran into a Target store with a snowplow. Caramel s'mores and bacon cookies are a new thing out there. Caramel s'more and bacon cookies. So it just sounds kind of intriguing. Zombie gas could come through the Arctic ice with the melting of the Arctic ice. Permafrost has been seen for centuries. Diseases, all kinds of stuff are starting to float up that had been held in check by this ice. There's also former greenhouse grasses that were trapped in the ice are now slowly getting released, which could cause issues for our atmosphere and stuff like that. So that's just peachy. Neverland Ranch was sold to billionaire Ron Bakula or Birkelin or something like that. So Neverland Ranch, which is Michael Jackson's old area, has been sold to a billionaire. Taco Bell has created the Midnight Berry Freeze for those who like their Taco Bell and their Midnight Berry Freezes. Couple was trapped in a Curry's PC World, which I guess is some sort of local computer shop, after staff locked them in while they were playing Xbox. I guess either didn't know they were there or locked them up or told them that they had to leave and they refused to because they were playing Xbox. And finally, in this truncated episode of Dylan Knows, trying to change things up, but the more you change, the more things stay the same. I will be going back to my normal stuff next week. This could have worked out, but when the computer starts screwing up, I won't be doing this anymore. But thank you, Gary, for the idea. But I just figured that it's time for me to get back to the way things are. But this is the best story to end the first episode of 2021 on. A possum shoving a skunk into a pond is the trail camera pick that we all need in our lives. So a trail cam picked up a possum pushing a skunk into a river. Or pond, I should say. So, funny, kind of interesting. And we are going to end that here at midnight. It is now officially January 3rd. So we've now 3 days into 2021. Go Ravens. I'll give you an update of what's happening with the playoffs, NFL playoffs. Next week's episode, we will get back to our normal on this. None of this candlelight. Or wine, so we'll get back to normal on that. But I tried something different, but with the computer not acting very well, it's time to move on back to the way things are, and hopefully things will be good. So thank you for watching, and sorry for trying to change things up. But as I said, the more things change, the more they stay the same. Have a good new year. Keep keeping the faith. Have fun, and we'll see you next week. Bye now.